Hello again, and welcome to another episode of the Peak Signing Agents podcast with me, your host, Derek Van Otten, DVO, and welcome to the sales department. Did you know you're in sales? Well, you better wrap your head around that because you are. You are self-employed. You are a business owner. That means you're in charge of your sales department. You're in charge of your marketing department. You're in charge of your bookkeeping department. You're in charge of all that. And we're talking about that today. We're talking about the sales department today because you need to sell yourself. You need to stay in business, all right? Businesses need someone doing their marketing. They need someone doing their sales. They need someone doing their bookkeeping, their taxes, all of that. These are all part of being in business. I think it's important to talk about because I'm not just going to be talking on this podcast about the how-tos of a signing agent, how to notarize a document, how to add verbiage, notarial verbiage, trustee verbiage. I might talk about some of these things, but that's not all we're going to talk about on this podcast. I'm helping you run a signing agent business, all right? I want you to stay in business. I want you to be successful. I want you to succeed. And that's why we're talking about sales today. Exciting, right? Talking about sales. Maybe you told yourself, I never want to be in sales. I don't want to be a pushy salesperson. You don't have to be. I'm going to wrap your head around all of this and how it makes sense as a business owner. But first, let me tell you a story. It's not a signing agent story. This is a story about some salespeople. About 2 weeks ago, I was out and about, and I wanted to go visit my mom. Have you visited some family members recently? Hopefully, you have. Anyway, I went to go visit mom. And right when I was getting close to her house, one of my clients messaged me and says, "Hey, I need your help. We need to get this scheduled." So I just pull over, one street over, pull over. I'm just in the front of the mobile office here, right in my front seat, just, getting a signing schedule. And I see a couple guys walking around the street. And I see them going to houses. I'm not sure if they're dropping things off in the doors. Not sure exactly what they're doing, but, don't pay much attention to them. So anyway, finish getting a signing scheduled, whip around the corner, go to mom's house, go visit with her for a little bit, and there's a knock at the door. I look in the window, and I recognize it's one of those guys that were going around door to door. So then it hits me, all right, these are door-to-door salesmen. Not a problem. I go to open the door, and right away he's like, "Hey, are you the owner of the house?" I just said yes, because my mom was home alone. So I said, yeah, I am. And he goes, "I would love to show you our cool service. Let me clean your living room," he offered to clean a room. I'm very familiar with this company. They've come around before, right? And so they're trying to clean your room, try to offer to sell you some floor cleaning equipment and vacuums. Maybe you've heard of them. I'm not against them in any way. But I've experienced them before. So he goes, "Yeah, I want to clean this for you." And I thought to myself, "Oh, that's very cool that his approach was, let me offer you a service. Let me offer you something like cleaning a floor for you." So I like that approach. I thought that was good. But I just say, "Hey, no, thank you. I'm familiar with your company. I don't want you to come in and clean, and then I don't want to get into a hard, pushy sales meeting. I don't want to get into that." He goes, "Oh, no. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not like that." I'm like, "Sure, you're not." And then he's getting kind of pushy just to come in and clean the room. "No, I just want to clean your room. Let me just do that for you." And I said, "Listen, bro, you're already being pushy, and I haven't even let you in the house yet. You're at the door. You're outside my door, and you're already being pushy. No, the answer is no." And he just said, all right. And so I'm a very direct person. I'm very candorous. So I just told him up front, no. But anyway, he started off with a great approach, and then it went south, okay, with being pushy. I'm going to talk to you guys about that. I'm going to teach you about not being salesy. I'm doing air quotes, quote unquote, salesy. All right. You don't want to be salesy. You don't want to be pushy. Right. Because what is sales? Sales is helping someone find a solution. There are professional salespeople out there. And professional, I mean, they're not good. They make a lot of sales. I'm talking about they are professional. They ask you a lot of questions. When you walk in to sell yourself, you should be asking questions. We'll get into this, all right? So I got a lot of notes here. I'm just going to look at my notes. I want to read this quote to you from Zig Ziglar. I don't know if you know who Zig Ziglar is. I read a lot of books. I listen to a lot of motivational speeches and talks. Anyway, Zig Ziglar, he's amazing. He's great, and he's missed. But he said this. He said this quote. He said this often. I heard this many times. But he said, "You will get all you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want." Let me read that again. You will get all you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want. So you helping others leaves you open to receive, right? You giving leaves you open to receive. You giving yourself, giving your time, giving your money, giving whatever, you giving opens yourself up to receive more. I hope that makes sense. Because that's what sales is, right? If you've encountered a pushy salesperson, and usually that person doesn't last long, right? People see through it. They might get a few sales just because of hard pressure, but people usually cancel those sales, or they just get annoyed by the person, and they usually don't last. The professionals, they do a good job because they're asking you questions like, what is it that you're looking for? What's your budget look like? What are you in the market for? What colors do you like? Right? These are questions that a professional will ask. So if you've ever been like jewelry shopping, and you may be looking for a nice ring, and a professional will ask you what size, what cut, how many carats, what color, what quality, what shape, right? These are questions that professionals are asking because they're asking, what is it that you're looking for? And then I will help you find your answer. Same with someone that's a professional car salesman. What color are you looking for? What size? What style? What's more important? Safety or space, right? These are questions that professional asks. So these are questions that not these exact questions, but you should be asking questions when you're going out selling, because you should be selling. You're in charge of your sales department. So what does selling mean as a signing agent? Again, you don't be salesy, but the first place you should start is in your bios. Where are you listed as a signing agent? What platforms are you on? And then, what does your bio say about you? What are you saying about yourself? Are you saying I'm a professional signing agent? Are you saying, and I know I've talked about this before in other podcasts, but repetition is important. Are you talking about if you're bilingual? Are you full-time? Do you have a mobile office? These are things that you want to talk about. You don't want to give too much information because people don't want to read it. Right? We look at bios every day we get a scheduling. Every time I get a signing to this scheduled, I look at everyone's bio in the area that I'm going to send the request to. If they have no bio, I'm not sending them. If they don't have a picture, I'm not sending it. If I can't see what they look like, if I can't read about them, they can't put effort into just talking about themselves, I don't want it. I don't really care about personal life, to be honest. You know, some people are like, oh, I'm a single father of 3. Not that I don't care about your kids. It just, that's not what I'm looking for, right? I'm not looking for a single dad. I'm looking for a professional. Does that make sense? All right. You know, you served in the military? That might show something. That might show you, your dedication. You're on time. You're prompt. That might, tell me something. Maybe you worked in real estate, even though I found out that realtors don't really necessarily know what they're doing as a signing agent, but it does help because you're familiar with the transaction and maybe you're familiar with like closing disclosures. Anyway, right? These are things you want to talk about. You want to talk about, I'm prompt, I'm on time, I'm insured, I've completed this many signings, I've been in business so many years. Maybe something like this that's going to show yourself, that's going to make you stand out among the crowd. That's where you want to start first, is in your bios, right? How are you marketing yourself? How are you selling yourself? Because you might not always be selling a product or service, but you are always selling yourself. Every day, every single day, I look at myself as selling my business to my clients every day. We've been in business together, me and my clients, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years. we've been in business together, but every day I'm selling myself. Every day they send a signing to me, I'm still acting like it's the first time I'm doing with them. I'm proving to them I'm the best. Every day. This goes through my mind every single day. It goes through my mind. I need to sell myself as the best signing service, as the best signing agent in the area, in the world. That's how I look at myself every single day. I hope you're doing the same thing. You need to sell yourself every day in this business. Well, that's how I look at it anyway. So start with your bio. What is your bio saying about you? Have you not updated it in a while? Maybe it's time to update it. Maybe at the time in your bio you put your availability. Maybe now you're full time, or maybe you have a better availability, or maybe you have less availability. Put yourself down, right? Mark yourself. Have you marked yourself that you're bilingual? That maybe you have a mobile office now, or maybe you have a mobile scanner now. If I saw someone that has a mobile scanner, because I require scan backs, that gets me excited. Oh, they have a mobile scanner. That's awesome. These are just things that you should look at and how you can market and sell yourself every single day. Start with your bios. You have a nice professional picture. It doesn't have to be the most professional, but again, like I've mentioned before, we don't want any, gym photos with a toilet behind you. No, I don't want that. So, start there. Start with your bio. Then, maybe you don't go direct yet. Maybe you're just working with signing services. Nothing wrong with that. But when a signing service calls you, sends you an email, how are you selling yourself? When they call, are you like, hey, congratulations, you called me. I'm the best in the area. I'm so happy to work with you. Right? That's how you're selling stuff. Let me tell you about myself. I've been in business, this many years. I've done this many signings. You name it, I've signed it. I'll do scan backs right away. I don't make errors. So you picked the right notary. So when you call signing service to introduce yourself, or you send an email, what are you saying about yourself in those? Because you want to make sure that what you're saying is providing a solution. Kind of like that quote I just read from Zig Ziglar. What are you helping them with? You should be helping them get a signing done. You should be helping them by providing a solution to finding a really good signing agent. That's what you should be offering yourself. So when you talk to a signing service, you can even ask them questions like, what's one of the common mistakes or pet peeves you have with the notaries you hire? Maybe they say, the notaries we hire, they usually don't know what they're doing. They don't communicate with us. They don't stamp everything. They don't get things initialed. You'd be like, oh, well, this must be your lucky day. You found me. I don't make those mistakes. I don't make errors. I stamp everything that needs to be stamped. And I don't stamp things that don't need to be stamped. Right? Ask questions. What is it that you're looking for when you're looking for a signing agent or a notary? What are you looking for? Well, hey, congratulations. You found me. I'm the person. I'm the guy. I'm the gal. I'm the person that will get this done for you right. Oh, your biggest pet peeve is notaries don't communicate with you? The thing with me is I over communicate. I'll tell you when I get there. I'll tell you when we're done. I'll tell you when I'll have scan backs ready. I'll tell you when I'm on my way to FedEx or UPS. I'll tell you all this stuff. You'll know exactly where I'm at in this stage of the signing. You won't be wondering. Hey, great job. We're gonna make a great partnership. Hey, you know what? When you're done, how was my service? Were the documents returned correctly? Were they on time, error-free? Hey, if they were, I'd love for you to mark me as your preferred notary in this area. These are all sales, right? But does that sound pushy? Does that sound salesy? It doesn't, right? You're just asking a question. What is the common errors that you find with notaries? What's your biggest pet peeves with hiring mobile notaries? Well, I won't make those mistakes. You found me. I don't do that. In fact, I'm the opposite of what you don't like. You find notaries that don't communicate? Well, good luck. You found me. I over communicate. I'm a peak signing agent. I over communicate. I listened to that episode. So these are the things that you want to be doing, right? When you walk into a real estate agent and they say, hey, do you ever have to, you ever make a sale, or when your clients are selling or purchasing, but they're out of state, they're on vacation, they've already moved, and the title company has to go find a mobile notary. Has that ever happened? Do you ever run across mistakes maybe that the notary makes? Maybe they did something that kind of holds up funding. What are some of your biggest pet peeves with the mobile notary service? Oh, really? Oh, wow, that's unfortunate. Well, guess what? I'm a mobile notary, and those things you just mentioned, I don't do that. In fact, I'm the opposite of what you don't like. Here's my card. You know, if I'd love to take you out to coffee or lunch, and maybe we can talk a little bit more about how I can serve you and your clients. How can I serve you? Is that your approach? Is your approach to how can I serve you? Or is your approach how can you hire me? How can I be your preferred notary? It's all about me, 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 me. If that's your approach, then you're doing sales wrong, because everything you just maybe thought about sales, how you didn't want to do sales because they seem pushy, that's what you're doing. Ask questions. What do they want? What are they looking for? How can you be the best you can be? How can you provide the best service to them? And I don't always just talk about the real estate agent or the loan officer or the escrow officer. I'm not always just asking them. I'm like, what's the biggest pet peeve for your clients? Who are they worried about? They're worried about their clients more than anything. The real estate agent doesn't really care as much about the loan officer or escrow officer as they do about their client. Their client is number one. And then it just trickles down. The real estate agent, their client, the one buying, selling, refinancing a home, that's their number one priority. The loan officer, their client is the real estate agent and then the signer. The escrow officer, their client is the mortgage officer, the realtor, and the signers. We as mobile notaries, all of them are our clients. Our clients are the escrow officers, the loan officers, the realtors, the signers. All of them are our clients. And that's how I talk about it. What's the biggest hiccup for your clients? Well, guess what? I do all those things. All those things that you want, that you're looking for, I'm the solution. I hope you guys are understanding this. You are the solution to their problems. A good salesperson finds solutions, not pushes product or service. A bad person pushes products and services. A good salesperson is professional and finds solutions, offers solutions. Good salesperson does not offer products and services. They offer solutions. Are you offering solutions, or are you just trying to sell yourself? If you just try to sell yourself, you're just another vendor that has walked in the door. You're just another person that has walked in. If you're coming in with the mentality of I'm trying to get a new client, you're doing it wrong. You need to walk in with the mentality of I'm the best for the job. What are you looking for? How can I provide the best service possible for you and your clients? What are you looking for? What are the qualities? What are the things you don't like? What can make me a better service provider for you? It's all about you. You, the client, by the way, not you, the signing agent listening or watching this. You, the client. You, the mortgage officer. You, the escrow officer. You, the realtor. How can we be better at providing service for you and your clients? How can we be better? That's my approach. Now, to be honest with you, when I first started, I walked in trying to wear a suit with business cards, trying to go in and do a sales pitch. That's what I used to do. And then I really started understanding about sales. I got a mentor. I joined the loan signing system. I kind of learned the right approach. And then I kind of was, I was reading books like by Zig Ziglar and other authors about sales, and realized I was doing it wrong. I was doing my misconception of what sales is. I was doing the things I don't like, right? Because that's what I thought I should be doing. And I was being salesy. I was never pushy, but I was being salesy, right? Trying to come up with a slick sales pitch. And I realized that was wrong. I got my customers because I was offering them service. How can I better serve you? What are you looking for when you're looking for a mobile notary? Well, guess what? That's exactly what I do. What are you looking for? What a coincidence. I do that. I'm the best for the job. No, you're the best for the job. I'm the second best when you're not available. That's my approach. That's how I talk. That's how I do sales. Okay? You're in business. You're a business owner. You are in charge of sales. You need sales to keep you in business, right? If you're not going and selling yourself, you won't stay in business. You have to sell yourself. Now, I'm not saying you have to go in every day and market yourself to everyone around. Again, there's nothing wrong with that either. Maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you don't want to go direct. That's totally fine, but you still need to sell yourself to the signing services. Because a title company might request you through a signing service. Hey, that notary you got for us before, they were great. Can you get them again? Are they available? That happens. All right, that happens. You need to sell yourself that you're the best. So anyway, I hope this helps you guys. We might revisit this in the future. I might have more tips for you, maybe a little bit more specific, but I just wanted to wrap your head around the fact that you're in business for yourself. That means you have to do your sales, you have to do your marketing, you have to do your bookkeeping, you have to do your taxes. Now, again, you're going to hire professionals down the line to handle the majority of it, but you still need to understand it. You still need to understand sales. You still need to understand marketing and social media. You still need to understand your bookkeeping software and your spreadsheets. Even if you hire someone to do that, you still need to understand it because you don't want to get taken advantage of. You don't want to do anything wrong and pay more in taxes or penalties or fees than you need to. The IRS is not our friend, okay? I've learned that. But anyway, I hope you guys understand more about sales, how important it is to be offering service, being the best at asking questions. Don't go in there just offering yourself, your product, your service. Don't just go in there just doing a sales pitch. There's nothing wrong with doing a sales pitch. Again, there's nothing wrong with these words, because if you have a negative connotation about these words, salesperson, a sales pitch, if you think negatively when I say these words, it's because you've encountered a lot of bad salespeople and you think of yourself as maybe doing that approach, and you don't like the idea that you will act like this. That's what this episode is talking about. Do not do this. Be a professional. Think about a professional salesperson you've encountered. Again, maybe it was a car salesperson, a jewelry salesperson, a clothing salesperson, an insurance salesperson. There's nothing wrong with any of these things. Buying any of these things, there's nothing wrong with them. People buy them every day. You probably have all these things I just talked about. But it's your experience with the salesperson that matters. You're providing an experience with your clients. An experience that shows them that you provide the best service and you are the best for the job. I hope that makes sense. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. In fact, I had someone reach out to me recently. They sent me an email, a mock email, what they were sending out to potential clients. And I first was like, why are you not going in? Why are you just sending emails out? But anyway, the email was about 3 paragraphs long. And I said, listen, if I'm a busy mortgage officer, if I'm a busy escrow officer, I am not reading a 3-paragraph email of you just selling yourself. I'm not interested. I'm going to read the first 1 or 2 sentences. I understand what's happening. You're a mobile notary and you're trying to market yourself. I'm not reading the 3 paragraphs. And that's why I told the notary that emailed that to me. I said, listen, I didn't even read your email. I got to the first 2 sentences. I understood what you're talking about. I'm too busy. I'm too busy as a signing service owner to read your whole email. Imagine an escrow officer or mortgage officer. You think they have time to read your 3-paragraph email? They do not. But anyway, what I'm saying is feel free to ask me questions, message me. Please follow if you're not already following the podcast or subscribing to the podcast or YouTube channel. Please do so. Find me on social media at Peak Signing. I also put information out there as well. I hope you guys are following me. That helps support me. If you're not a student of the loan signing system, there's links below where you can click on those. That supports the podcast. You guys keep striving to be a peak signing agent. You can do it. You're the best. I'll talk to you later. Bye.